At Seneca, everything we make is designed for comfort and built to last. Comfort because comfortable, happy cows mean higher milk yields, and longer-lasting equipment, well, that speaks for itself. Seneca products last up to 2 times longer than those of our average competitors because we use heavier, higher quality materials. That's the Seneca difference. To demonstrate, let's take a closer look at a cross-section of a Seneca galvanized steel freestall loop. In order to really appreciate and understand the importance of product weight, we must understand that a product does not need to be twice as heavy or thick in order to last twice as long. In fact, a 20% increase in tubing wall thickness will double the life of your stall system. Eventually, every galvanized steel tubing will rust under the harsh environment of a dairy barn, and every piece of steel has a failure point. Rust and corrosion will eat away at the outside of the steel tubing, causing its walls to become thinner and thinner over time. The failure point is the thickness where the tubing walls can no longer support the weight of the system, causing them to break and collapse. If the failure point of galvanized steel tubing is around 90 thousandths of an inch in wall thickness, and the average competitor tubing wall thickness is 118 thousandths of an inch, then rust can eat away at 28 thousandths of an inch of material before it fails. Seneca builds our stalls heavier and 20% thicker on average, meaning that our tubing walls at 146 thousandths of an inch have 2 times as much material for rust to eat through before reaching the failure point. This means that by making our stalls 20% heavier, the Seneca customer will enjoy about 2 times the life expectancy over the competitor stalls. Seneca stalls are an investment in your future. The average competitor stall may last 5 to 10 years before catastrophic failure, where the average life expectancy of a Seneca stall is 18 to 20 years, and often much longer. Saving 20% on a competitor stall system today will cause you to spend 60% more than the Seneca stall system over a 20-year period, since you'll be forced to replace them in about half the time. This figure doesn't even take inflation into consideration, nor the fact that there'll be a second installation fee, compared to just one on a quality Seneca system. But the savings doesn't end there. Let's consider the average life cycle of any freestall system. Every freestall system starts off as new, and the farmer enjoys a period of time when it's pretty well maintenance-free. Over time, every stall system will begin to show signs of wear. Eventually, every stall system will reach a point when failure begins. This will occur when you reach about 80% of the stall's life expectancy, at about 8 years for the average stall, at around 16 to 18 years for the Seneca stalls, depending on the environment. Once you reach this failure period, you begin to see a rise in animal injuries due to poor stall conditions. Because this is more stressful for cows, milk yields will begin to go down. When the farmer has had enough of this downward spiral, he'll finally make a decision to replace the stalls. This replacement process is also stressful for the herd and oftentimes causes displacement of cows while the old system is torn out and the new one is installed. Once complete, the stalls are new and the cycle begins again. Consider the period of time between when failure begins and the stall system is new again, and how much discomfort and stress is caused on the herd, as well as money lost on vet bills and low milk yields. While this cycle is inevitable for any stall system, with Seneca freestalls, you only have to experience this very tumultuous period after failure begins once, since Seneca stalls outlast other stalls 2 to 1. It's also noteworthy that the length of the tumultuous period will vary depending on the financial preparedness of the farmer to renovate the stall system. Once failure begins, the sooner the decision is made to replace, the better. We understand that when price shopping for a new freestall system for your dairy, the difference of a few dollars per stall can be huge. When looking at Seneca stalls and equipment, ask yourself, how long would I like my new equipment to last? As explained previously, Seneca stalls and products can be expected to last twice as long and often longer than our competition. This added longevity will greatly affect your return on investment over the life of your equipment. At Seneca Dairy Systems, we care about you, our customer, and the health and the happiness of your herd. And we promise to provide the highest quality products so you get the greatest value for your dollar. This is the Seneca Difference. Seneca. More than a supplier, a partner.